What up, YouTube? It is your boy JB, and we are here today to discuss Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, you guys. This show is just on a decline for me, right? So this is season 10, episode 7, and it's titled See You at the Crossroads. All right, you guys, so before we get into this review, if you guys are watching this video or any other video on the channel and are not yet subscribed to the channel, then I need you guys to stop, take me out on this date, and making me pay for my own food, and hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, hit all the buttons on the channel. I don't really think this review is gonna be that long, but without further ado, let's get into it. I really don't think it's gonna be that long. All right, you guys, so I'm gonna start off with Amaretto the Great. You know, I'm noticing with Love and Hip Hop this season, right? So we have the 3 new cast members. We have Amaretto the Great, Rennie Rucci, and Young Baby Tate, right? We're not utilizing them that much. Like, they're here and there in the episodes. So in this episode, we have Amaretto the Great. We got introduced to Rennie Rucci in one episode, and we have not saw Rennie Rucci since. That's interesting, right? So Amaretto the Great, she and her sister, right, they went to her father's grave. So she tells us the story about how, you know, she was about 1 year old when her father was murdered. I think she said he went outside and gunshots, you know, he got shot, and her mom went out there, and he was shot. Damn. Ooh, Jesus. I don't understand how people do it. And he had just got out of prison, she said. Fuck. My heart goes out to that young lady. So now here's the thing that I was kind of confused about, because her sister said that, I think she said that so I don't think that her and her sister have the same father. Well, probably not, right? Probably not. If Amaretto is the oldest, I'm assuming she's older than her sister, right? And her father died, so yeah, I'm gonna assume that Amaretto's father is not. I believe Amaretto's older. You guys, let me know. I don't remember. But they went to, you know, the grave, right? So Amaretto's sister telling her about their mother and how, you know, she needs to mend things with her mom. Basically, that's your only living parent. You know, the more I think about this, I'm not gonna sit here. I'm not saying that what's going on with them is storyline, but damn, it just makes you wonder. Not wonder about the storyline, right? It just makes you think, right? And I don't know why Amaretto hadn't thought about this. Like, yes, you have your issues with your mother, right? And it's okay to have your issues with your mom and feel that your mom wasn't the best, neglected you, put another man before you. That's your story. And like I've been saying, I'm not gonna take away from Amaretto's story. But since that's your mother and your father is dead, that's your only living parent, I'm not gonna sit here and have any beef with my only living parent. You feel what I'm saying? I wouldn't do that. Like, even with me, my only living parent, which is my biological mother, I don't have a beef with her. Me and her just don't have an open line of communication with her, and that is because of her, not me. Like, I don't know if I could do that, right? So her sister is defending her mother to Amaretto, and she asked her, she was like, you know, do you think that you can meet up with her? And Amaretto said, yeah. So then we later in the episode see Amaretto as she's having a photo shoot, and then her mom comes down, and I like the scene with her and her mom, because in this scene, instead of her mom, you know, her mom in the past episodes was definitely being defensive, and I feel that her mom was defensive because, one, you got me on TV, and you're talking about what a bad mother I was, right? You're saying that I neglected you for this man, so I feel that her mom was defensive in that aspect. But like I've been saying, don't take away from Amaretto's story. Don't take away from that. Be like, you know, Amaretto, you know, I know what you're saying, right? You're saying that you felt that you felt that I neglected you for a man. And for that, you know, I apologize. It was never my intention for you to feel that I was putting someone above you. That was never my intention. It's actually what she did. She ended up apologizing to her. She said she knows she wasn't, you know, the best coming up, but she apologized to her, and I like that. So we're gonna move on. You guys can let me know what you guys think about it. All right, you guys. Next up, let's talk about Spice. Wasn't much in this episode with Spice either. So we do see Spice. So she's having this party for her single that she has with Sean Paul and Shaggy. Now I do know that a few weeks ago she was actually on ABC. She was doing the Good Morning America Summer Concert Series. It was she, Shaggy, and Sean Paul. So Spice is coming up. Like I love that Spice is coming up, and we gonna give Spice her flowers now. Like we gonna give Spice her flowers, and we gonna congratulate Spice. I actually do enjoy Spice on this song, right? I actually do need to go listen to that song. Um, so this is very interesting with Spice, right? So although Spice has been signed to her label since the 90s, she's been with her label for 10 years. She said 10 years. She said 10 years, but then she said something about 99. But she's been with her label for 10 years, and this is her first album. That doesn't, oh God. You've been with your label for 10 years, and this is your first album? Why is that? Because we've heard Spice perform on Love and Hip Hop before, and Spice is definitely talented, so why is this her first album? Who is she signed to? Who is her management? Spice is talented much like Amara La Negra from Love and Hip Hop Miami. Amara is hella talented, but Amara is not where I think she should be in her musical career because the girl is talented. Speaking of, next Monday, Love and Hip Hop Miami returns. I hope Miami gives more than what Love and Hip Hop Atlanta is giving. I really hope so. But let's go back to this. So at the party, we see Yandy and Rashida, right? Yandy and Rashida, they talking about their issues. Rashida's talking about the kids still fighting at Frost Bistro. I thought y'all nipped that in the bud. The fuck? So Yandy's talking about the issues she's having with Infinity. And you guys remember in last week's episode that, they want to put Infinity in an apartment, but Infinity says she does not want to be in an apartment. And I actually agree with Infinity. I don't think she is at a good space in her life to be in an apartment. You feel what I'm saying? I just don't think so. Let me know what you guys think. So then Spice, we are introduced to Spice's boyfriend, who is a producer on the show. His name is Justin, I believe. So speaking of Justin, let's move on over to him, and we're going to wrap up with Spice, right? So Spice, I think Spice is getting ready to go, out touring. I don't know. But, her and Justin are talking about, her performing. Speaking of which, Spice, she says she's moved her kids to Atlanta. She's bought a house in Atlanta. And, he's talking about how he feels about her when it comes to her performing, She whines on, y'all, we've saw Spice, like I said, we've saw Spice perform on Love and Hip Hop Atlanta plenty of times before. So we know how Spice gets when she gets on stage. He has an issue with that. My issue with that is that's how she's been performing. You have known her since she's been on the show. You saw her perform like that. So what your issue is now, nigga? Sit down, shut the fuck up. Spice, don't change up how you perform for this man. Stick to you, do you, and he'll be fine. If he ain't, he can hit the door. We're gonna move on. All right, you guys. So initially, I was not gonna talk about this scene, but I guess we'll go ahead and talk about it. It's gonna be quick. It's gonna be real quick. It's not much. I know in this past in 2020, we went through a lot, right? Especially we as black people, we went through a lot, right? We had Breonna Taylor's death. We had George Floyd. We had Ahmaud Arbery. So we dealt with a lot in 2020. So I will definitely, I think at this point, I'm tired of seeing it on reality TV. I think this is going to be the last, I think this has to be the last thing. Because Love and Hip Hop, they just started Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. I don't see how New York can talk about it. I don't see how, Miami. I hope this is the last of the African American shows. Oh God, Basketball Wives, that show's coming back. I hope this is the last of the African American shows, reality shows that we get where we have to, it's definitely something we should talk about. But At this point, we've had it on Real Housewives of Atlanta. We've had it on Married to Medicine. You know what? I have not noticed it on Real Housewives of Potomac. I haven't noticed it on Potomac, but we've had it here. So we're celebrating Ahmaud Arbery's birthday, right? So we see Yandy. She's there with Little Mendeece's, and Jock was supposed to be there with his son, but he didn't show up, right? So Jock and his son, now you guys remember, they were on Family Reunion earlier this year, and we saw, how their relationship was. They had a strained relationship, right? And I think on Family Reunion, they talked about a shooting that happened at Jock's club, right? Out there in Atlanta. So Jock's issue with his son is the fact that his son is friends with the guy that shot up his club. Now the thing is, Jock says, the boy that his son is friends with got into it with the security guard, and he started shooting up the club. I'm like, that is so stupid. But that's that young ass mentality, right? Like, I know a lot of people in my hometown that when we used to go out to the club, at the end of the night, niggas start to fight, and then niggas want to pull out their guns and start shooting. It's like, why are you doing that? Like, one night, literally, I had to run away from my car. Like, I literally had to run away from my car because they were in a direction of where my car, like the guys were fighting, they were in a direction of where my car was. But then one of them, he got his gun out and he shot his gun in the air. So me and my friends, we saw it. I'm like, we gotta go. I'm like, because we were heading toward my car, and my car was in, like I said, my car was in the area. I said, let's go this way. Let's run back this way, because he shot in the air, and he shot in the direction of where we were walking. I said, let's go, because that bullet got to come back down. Like, I'm like, I don't know why niggas do that. Like, y'all do know that the bullet, you shoot that bitch up, it's coming back down, and it's coming back down harder than when it went up. Like, like you do realize gravity. So I've definitely been in those situations before. Don't understand it, and I've been out where people are shooting, and we've saw people that have been killed. It's just stupid. So Ahmaud Arbery's mom, man, just like I say about, Trayvon Martin and Breonna Taylor's mom, I just don't know how they're able to handle, stand up and be these strong people. Because I don't know, if I had to bury my child over something that could have been avoided, I just don't know if I would be able to move on with my life. And I'm not saying anything moved on with their life, but I just don't know if I could put the pieces back together. So then in the episode, we see Jock. So Jock met up with his son, right? And his son had a job. So he told Jock that he lost his job because of his cousin. See, that's what your dad is trying to tell you. You got upset with your dad, but your dad is really trying to school you. Like, you hanging with the wrong people. You lost a job because of somebody. You could have got killed at his club because your friend started shooting. The bartender could have got killed. The security guard could have got killed. Your dad could have got hurt. Your dad could have lost his business because of your foolish ass friend shooting. But here you are thinking that your dad is doing this shit for TV, making you look bad. Jock is not making you look bad. He's definitely not doing that. What he's doing is trying to educate your young ass. He's trying to tell you, like, you fucking with the wrong crowd and you need to stop. Don't get it. But let's move on and wrap the episode up. All right, you guys. So the episode, let's wrap it up with talking about Scrappy and Safari dumbasses, right? So the first time we see Scrappy and Safari, they're out with BK and they're axe throwing. So, they talk about Sierra and the fact that Sierra went and pawned BK's ring, got her some Rolex and watches, got bracelets and everything like that. And, Safari was talking about Sierra, and, Scrappy's like, you got to pick a side. And he was like, well, Sierra, she's throwing a baby shower for my wife and your wife. And Scrappy's like, is it a surprise thing? Because he didn't know nothing about it. So Scrappy at this point is talking about his issues that he's having with Bam, right? He's talking about she's being petty. I'm like, Scrappy, your wife is pregnant. Because the things that both Scrappy and Um, the things that both Scrappy and Safari talked about in this episode, stupid as fuck, right? Then Safari says, my issue with Safari, I have an issue with Safari, right? So Erica asked Safari to go to the store to get some Pampers and to get some milk. He told her he will go when he finished what he was doing. Nigga, that is your child. Get your ass up and go get the motherfucking Pampers and the milk. Erica is pregnant. And Scrappy, like, I just don't understand these niggas, right? So then we see Sierra, so she's meeting up with Erica and Bambi. So, what the fuck did it say? Oh, so they're saying that they found out through the blogs that Erica was pregnant. Girl, stop lying. A lie don't give a damn who tell it. So then, Bam, she's talking about, she and Scrappy, right? She talks about that, he's mentioned divorce and that she feels that it might be a good idea. So she's gone through the process, right? So then we see Scrappy. So Scrappy went down to Bambi's store, right? And she tells him, like, that they need to talk. She tells him that, I'm not supposed to be lifting. Like, I have to lift the two babies that they got. She's pregnant with another one. Like, and he's like, but I do that for you. I'll be there. And she's like, Scrappy, you've gone to Miami. He says, but I had to go to Miami. My music is down there in Miami. So what I'm supposed to do? You're supposed to tell them find me a place in Atlanta that is local that I can go to the studio and record because my wife is pregnant. My wife can't lift our kids. My wife can't do this. She is supposed, from what it sounds like, Bam is on bed rest. So then she's talking about, but you also do things that ain't part of your, when you're not working, like drinking and smoking. He's like, but when I do that, I still be there with the kids. She's like, Scrappy, there have been times that you come in and go to sleep and I still have to go and get bottles and do this and do that. So then he's like, well, how did you get this store? Scrappy, shut up. Scrappy and Safari in this episode both annoyed the fuck out of me. Honest to God, right? So then I'm gonna wrap up because I'm tired of talking about both of these niggas, right? So then both Scrappy and Safari, they show up to the baby showers without their wives. Scrappy showed up with Breland, I believe, and Safari just showed up without his damn wife and whole. So it looked like Dumb and Dumber, Safari and him, and Dumb and Dumber, Safari childish ass. Oh, that's what it was. They're sitting there looking like Dumb and Dumber. So Erica was talking to Rashida and to, I believe, Yandy, right, about Safari. He overheard her. He's like, you know what? I'm about to leave and go. He's going to Miami. I'm like, the fuck? But Bambi says she wants Scrappy to go too. Honestly, I don't blame Erica or, y'all know Erica's not like my favorite person, but I don't blame Erica or Bambi. They dealing with childish ass niggas. But that's it, you guys. Let me know what you guys thought about the episode. Leave your comments in the comment section below. Subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell button so you guys are notified or when I drop anything else and share the video. And until the next one, you guys stay safe out there. Take care of yourselves. Remember to wash your hands, wear a mask, socially distance, be blessed, and I'll catch you guys later. Bye.